I just wanted to do a small little take on the backdrop of the Thabo Bester situation. And now that we found out that the identity of the body that he burnt in cell, can't remember what number cell it was. I was just thinking to myself that crime will carry on in South Africa. It is something that people will have to stand up and fight against, or it is something that people are going to have to just accept as a norm. Because, if people like Mzwanele Manye and high-ranking politicians and politically connected peoples are, bamboozled or conned into the activities of people like Thabo Bester, then we just need to accept that the flow of crime in South Africa is so deep, and we need to understand that unless we remove from positions of authority individuals who are comfortable in crime, we will never be able to get a hold of this. Senzo Meyiwa, that case is just, I don't know what's happening there. AKA assassinated and nothing. Our president is being investigated for what looks like money laundering, hiding hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of money in his couch. I mean, not even rands, dollars, just to show you where the true allegiances of these people is, where they lay, rather. Our Bheki Cele was accused of being corrupt, not accused of being corrupt, but was accused of corruption, and that's why he stepped down as National Commissioner of Police, and then was appointed Minister of Police. I mean, it's crazy, to be honest with you. The country that we live in, it's just completely insane. But at the end of the day, it's a democracy. That's why this conversation tends to start and end very quickly, because people vote in these criminals. And even if people are going to say, well, listen, we don't have any other options. The opposition parties have their own fair share of crime, and their shady characters also. We don't have any other option. I'll say, well, you do. You are the option. It's either you vote someone else in power, or you are the change. You become the change that you want to see in your society. And so with this Thabo Bester situation and the madness of it all, I was thinking that at the video that they posted, where he held this event where he represented 21 Media, whatnot, where he founded this fake company, that there was an SABC journalist there covering that event. We pay taxes so that SABC can exist. If you're telling me that someone from SABC couldn't have just picked up the phone and called 21 Century Fox, wherever they're stationed or headquartered in the US, and asked them about the legitimacy of this event, if you're telling me that that is something that is so far-fetched for us to expect of as taxpayers who finance, SABC, then I don't know what SABC is doing, to be honest with you. I don't know, but maybe it's because the culture of criminality is so normal that it's hard to see and distinguish which events are legit and which ones aren't. And that was what normally happens. As a last point, I'd like to say is that, Katlego, who is the guy that whose body was used by Dr. Nandipa, is it Nandipa, sorry, and Thabo to act as fronts for Thabo being dead. It's sad that people's lives, people's remains are being so easily mishandled, and that criminality in South Africa is so strong at this point that it's so easy to do things like this. It's so easy. His family must be going through hell to have a corpse around, not a corpse, the remains of your son, your brother, your cousin, your uncle, or whatever the case may be, to have the remains of that individual burnt and just used as some kind of a, there's a special place and a dark place in the afterlife for people who do things like this. But if we as South Africans sit and watch, then it is the reality that we've created for ourselves. Every day spent not protesting for a dignified, just, non-criminal society is a day we are equally culpable and are accomplices to the madness that we spend so much time complaining about. Let's think about that.